Hello, everybody. The 2018 NBA Awards show was a few days ago, and this man right here, Dwane Casey, won the Coach of the Year award. So congrats to Coach Casey. But when I think about Coach Casey, this is actually the first thing I think about. It's this play that was run against his team in 2016. It's called Horns Rub, and it's what the Cavs used repeatedly in that series, and really just destroyed the Raptors with it. Okay, and the reason why it's called Horns is because it's in the horns alignment, which is one guy at the top, two guys at the high post, and two shooters in the corners. Okay, and the reason why it's called Rub is because the first option is this rub screen that leads to a direct cut to the basket. And that's what happens here. That's just an easy layup. So this is 2 games later in the series. This is game 4. 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I believe from this point on, the Cavs run this exact same set 6 times in a row, and they score every single time. So let's see what happens. So the first thing again, this rub screen. This time, Corey and Lowry, they just switch this. They're like, look, we're not going to let you beat us with this, right? So they switch this. They take away Jefferson here. And so the Cavs have to go into phase 2 of the play, which is Delly coming back up, takes a handoff from LeBron, and this is just a normal pick and roll. Normal pick and roll. Toronto's defending this play pretty well. Everyone's in pretty good position. Johnson's a little high up, but this is fine. This is a great skip pass by Delly, and a great shot by Channing. So the very next play, same exact thing. Here comes rub screen, but now notice a little personnel change, right? So DeMar is here now. DeMar is on Jefferson. Remember, Lowry was on Jefferson last time. I assume they did this because DeMar is a little taller, and so because he's taller, they don't switch this time, which I assume is because if Jefferson does catch this pass, which he does, DeMar's right there, and they're about the same size, so it's not as much of a threat. So as he catches it, defense collapses, gives it back out to Channing, another splash from the corner. The very next play, rub screen again, exact same personnel. This time, remember Jefferson caught the ball here last time, so Corey hedges a little harder. You see how deep he is on this hedge? He takes a little extra large step to stop Jefferson and allows DeMar the time to recover to him. And so that's good. You remove Jefferson from this play. But now you are late, right? So now Joseph is late. You can see as Delly receives this handoff and is turning the corner, Corey's still a step away from the pick, right? And so because of that, because he's still trying to recover here, and he's behind the play now, Patterson has to step up. So typically Patterson would be like somewhere around here to remove the threat of LeBron rolling. But now he has to step up, because if he doesn't, that's an open mid-range. That's a floater, here from Delly. So he has to step up, right? So once he steps up, look at all this open space behind him. And you guessed it, lob dunk. But what actually opens up the space even more is Channing. Okay, so remember the last 2 plays, Channing stood around this area right here, hit 2 threes. Notice what he does on this play. So he sees this thing developing, right? Channing sees this, and he starts rotating up. And by doing that, he pulls Biyombo away with him, right? So now Biyombo's stuck in a really tough situation here, because he can either take 2 steps in to stop LeBron, or he can go out and follow Channing, who literally hit the last 2 threes, right? So he has to stick by his gut and guard his man, which is going up and guarding Channing, and that just leaves all this open space for that alley-oop. Next play. Same personnel again. This time, the Raptors are just not letting Delly come up and get the ball at all. So they switch, and DeMar is just holding them. They're like, dude, you're not getting the ball. But now look what happens here. There's a huge height mismatch, right? And LeBron, being one of the smartest basketball players of all time, sees that soft lob pass. That there's just nothing Joseph can do. He's just too small there. Easy basket again. Next play. Same personnel again. This time they play this first option very well. So they take away Jefferson. Now he's up tight on Delly. That's beautiful. He does get picked off though. He gets picked off. But see how Patterson is low this time. So he kind of removes that lob threat. He's kind of thinking about it, right? You can see him sinking back. He's thinking about that lob that happened 2 plays prior. But now Delly has a little bit more space. So he takes the floater, and that's good too. Later in the game, personnel change. Kyrie's back, Lowry's back. But now Patterson is guarding this rub screen, okay? And he hasn't defended this before, so he's a little bit lost. Kyrie actually switches it up a little bit. He sets a down screen instead of an up screen. And so Patterson is anticipating this screen here. He kind of cheats and tries to jump it. And Jefferson, noticing that, back cuts. And that's another dunk. Game 5. Same play. Lowry and Joseph again. This is played very well. Look at that communication. They must have watched film because they're on point with this right here. They take away Jefferson completely. Joseph is on Delly. Look at that. He's on his hip, right? This is James Johnson, not really used to guarding this spot, and he gets burned by this lob, which is otherwise just great defense by the Raptors there. Again, here there's a little miscommunication actually. Because they were so seamless in their defense last time, I think they kind of messed up on this one, and this is, I don't know who's to blame for this, but someone's to blame. But notice how quickly LeBron sees this. Oh, this isn't the right play. Next one. Sorry. Went back too far. But notice how quickly LeBron sees this. He sees this little space appearing. He sees Jefferson's free, and the ball's already out. That's crazy. That's amazing. Game 6. So now Kyrie's in. So Kyrie, I've noticed he does this a lot. He just sets a down screen instead of an up screen, which I don't really understand. I don't understand why. It really doesn't do anything. This is no threat at all because DeMar was never even picked in the first place. But now, at this stage of the play, and this is game 6, right? So the Raptors have seen this over and over and over again. So everybody in white knows exactly what's happening, especially Corey Joseph. He knows Kyrie's about to come up, get this handoff, pick and roll, right? He knows that. But Kyrie knows that too. So he uses Joseph's, anticipation against him. So you see Joseph is kind of crowding Kyrie, not letting him get the handoff at all. So Kyrie gives him a little tug, backdoor cut, and that pass is unbelievable. And man, wide open layup again. So that's the Cavs Horns rub play. I hope this video was insightful. I love doing this type of stuff, just breaking down plays and things like that. And I hope it was entertaining. I hope it was helpful. And until next time, guys.